Alright, let's just do one quick test. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright, let's just do one quick test. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright, sorry about that, guys. It's gonna echo a bit. Let's just do one quick test. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh, hang on. I gotta restart. Sorry about that. Turns out my mic was muted. I tested that. I think I did have an accident. Sorry, it's been a long day. But getting back to a fresh start. Obviously, this is a REVCORP PC public forum where we'll address any questions or concerns you may have, and we're going to go over our company mission statement, what kind of features and services we offer, and how we're different from the rest of the competition. So with that being said, starting to go over, if you don't already know who I am, my name is Matthew Braxton. I'm the CEO and founder of REVCORP PC. I'm currently the only employee of REVCORP PC right now under RC_Matt, but we are looking to change that very soon. I'm a senior industrial engineering student at the University of Texas at El Paso. I've been working with computer hardware for nearly 2 years, and I have experience leading other technical projects and other ventures such as AMFC, which stands for the American Manufacturing and Fabrication Conglomerate. It's basically like a holdings company for a lot of the technical stuff I do in my spare time in terms of creating new products or services. And I also run Scootergenics at the moment, which is a modular scooter company where we make modular scooters and we power them via solar or the regular charging method. So I guess with that being said, those are all my qualifications. We're going to move on to why I decided to found REVCORP PC. So obviously, as you know, demand for technology every year it grows. But recently, over the past 3 years, the demand for technology has risen along with the rise of consumer prices. As you know, with inflation, the supply chain shortages, the virus, it really messed with prices, and as such, everything's more expensive now than it used to be. And it doesn't help that PC manufacturers are making their computers harder to be serviced properly. They do this by making their parts proprietary, meaning that you have to go to them for the parts instead of being able to buy like an aftermarket motherboard or RAM. You have to go to them. Apple and Dell are the two notorious players for doing this. And not only that, but these computers become obsolete very quickly because of their inability to be serviced and upgraded properly. And they're often added to the growing electronic waste pile. On the right side of the screen here, you can see we have a thumbnail for a documentary titled Toxicity. It basically goes over the largest electronic waste landfill in the world, which is in Ghana right now. And this is provided to us via the RT documentary company. And as you know, I know a lot of people are very angry at Russia for what's going on in Ukraine right now. But at the same time, I think it's important to watch this video because electronic waste or pollution in general really is going to last longer than any war raged in the past 2,000 years. Like these computers and plastics, can take up to hundreds of thousands to even 1 million years to degrade in some cases. So it's very important we spread awareness about this issue, even in the event of total nuclear annihilation. With that being said, customer discovery survey, most people regularly use computers, obviously. Um, I'm actually giving this presentation on the computer right now. Majority of people don't have an active service plan, which is kind of shocking to me. I mean, they don't have any other service plans compared to, let's say, the Dell Premium Support Care or the HP Care plan. So obviously, this does contribute to electronic waste. Majority of people spend over $500 for a new computer. Um, of course, the rationale behind it is that if you spend more, you get more features and it lasts longer, and that's generally true for when it comes to computers specifically. But of course, if you don't service it properly or get the necessary repairs, it's going to act very funky and it's going to limit its lifespan, or worse, sit in the closet for 10 plus years, just waiting to be used again. And most of these issues tend to be resolved when talking to customer service compared to going to outside repair shop. A lot of people kind of think when their computer breaks, it's like, oh no, I have to go to the outside repair shop and spend money to get it fixed. When in reality, you just have to just make a quick phone call to the manufacturer or maybe a friend, and you just say, hey, I have this problem, can you help me? It's like, sure. And then they spend like 5 minutes and the problem's solved. So I think it's important that people are made aware of how simple some problems can be solved, instead of just like being very fearful of having to spend money to get the computer repaired and have it wait in the back of their closet for 10 years. I know for personal experience, that's what I did for my computer. But with that being said, sorry I keep repeating that. This is our mission statement. So we basically sorted it down to 3 words, which is build, connect, engage. Build meaning we want to build quality products and offer quality services at an affordable price for everyone. Connect, we want to connect with the local community here in El Paso to encourage STEM learning when it comes to the technology aspect specifically. And we want to engage in the movement by following the 3 R's of sustainability, which is reduce, reuse, and recycle. And to do that mainly really brings us to here. It's like, why are we different from other competitors that may offer similar services? Well, the difference between us and those competitors is that we offer free lifetime services and perks for every computer bought from us, and that's under the REVCORP Promise program. Think of it like Discount Tire, but for computers. You know how you go to Discount Tire, you go buy a set of tires. Discount Tire charges you like a small percentage fee to insure the tires for their useful lifespan, and it's all very affordable. That's what we want to do with our service plans, except we're offering them for free at no additional cost to you. And we also want to donate a portion of our sales to help those who are less fortunate to get the computer they need. There's a survey done by the Pew Research Institute where around 60% of people who make under $30,000 don't have access to a desktop computer. And surprisingly, a good majority of them have access to a cell phone, but obviously if you use a cell phone and you have to use it for school, you can obviously tell how problematic that is. And for our unfair advantage, the thing that really separates us from the competition is that we do extensive quality checks on all our products, and we also make sure to buy new parts from reputable sellers. We have a saying here, and it's really in the form of questions. This: did you even use this computer? And this stems from the fact that basically not only in the computer industry, but in the gaming industry, the entertainment industry, it seems there's a large disconnect between what the service providers think is an acceptable product compared to how customers view an acceptable product. And that's really one of the main things we do here is we really want our computers to work well the first time, and we will actively use them. We'll probably play some games on them just to test their real performance, because I know a lot of people tend to do the benchmarks, but benchmarks really don't tell the whole picture. Actually, a funny story, I brought a friend over here to look at one of the computers we're selling right now. It's the White Knight Build PC, and originally I had a low power cooler, and I told him, I said, we ran the benchmarks, it passed REVCORP certification, but it was really teetering on that failure level, so we might consider replacing the cooler. And then we played a small match of Total War Warhammer 3, and the CPU temps just like skyrocketed a bit to the point it was turbo throttling. And I was just like, yeah, this definitely has to get replaced. So, yeah, we definitely make sure to test out every one of our computers to make sure it runs well, and we do a lot of things to make sure that happens. But with that being said, we'll go ahead and move on to our REVCORP Promise program. Like we said before, they're lifetime service plans. They include perks such as discounted labor costs, free computer cleaning and maintenance, and discounted parts. And they're also included for free with our pre-built or any custom-built computers built by us. But there is a little small caveat. We do have different tiers for the cost of these builds. So we have three tiers, like I said: bronze, silver, and gold. The bronze tier is the budget tier. It's basically meant to help people get basic service done. We don't really have like a lot of perks in this tier because really with budget builds, they're mostly built with cheap parts and they can be easily replaced. So obviously it's free to those who buy our low tier build systems. They're $0 to $1,000, and it's $100 for those who want to opt in. You get PC cleaning, troubleshooting, free power supply replacement, and a 50% off labor costs. If you buy any computer from $1,000 to $1,600, you get the bronze tier services in the silver package, and in addition, you also get 35% off labor costs, free software, and parts discounted by 25%. And if you want to upgrade from bronze to silver, it's a $40 upgrade. It's pretty cheap to upgrade there, and you get a lot more services. We actually recommend you get this tier because of the services, of the mid-range services it offers. And then obviously we have the best of the best gold build or gold tier. So it comes with the silver tier services, but in this it comes with no labor costs, parts discounted by 50%, and it comes with a free motherboard replacement. And it's an $80 upgrade for silver tier subscribers, and $120 for those who are on the bronze tier upgrade. And the reason why we offer a lot more services with the gold plan, besides it being worth more value, is because, look, the higher you go in terms of spending on your computer, the more invested you become into making sure it runs well. I personally had many issues. Whenever I tried upgrading builds, I was always scared, like, oh no, how much money is this going to cost to get fixed? Would I have to get it fixed? What parts do I need? So really, what these tiers are meant to do is help give you all peace of mind, saying, oh no, my computer's broken. I tried replacing the processor. Something horrible went wrong. What am I going to do? It's pretty simple. You come in, we'll take a look at it. Depending on which tier you have, you get a lot better service than you would get at a local repair shop. It's going to be a lot cheaper to do that. So that's what the REVCORP Promise program is for. And moving on to our other prized differentiation is the River program. It's obviously a nonprofit program. It's meant to give used computers that are refurbished to low-income communities. Like we said before, it's $0 to $30,000. And obviously, we allocate 20% of our gross profits to support this program. And I apologize, but I just want to say also that with this program, just to kind of get some more clarity on it, I think a lot of people see it's like, oh, you get free computers. Like, I'm going to get let's say an i5-10400 with the RTX 2060. That's not how it works. It's just mainly meant to keep, like, kind of reduce the amount of electronic waste thrown away, because a lot of the waste thrown away, it's actually still very useful, but it's not very useful when it's like thrown in a dump and it compressed and it's shipped off overseas and then thrown in a landfill. So what it's just meant to do is just bring any used computers they have here, particularly old ones. We sort out the parts. We maybe add a few used computer parts that are compatible with them, and then we give them to low-income communities, people who may need them, let's say for school or work. But in terms of gaming performance, they won't be the best. However, we will make sure to make them in a way where if people want to upgrade in the future to like I don't know, like a budget graphics card, then they can do that easily without having to go out and try to replace the entire computer. So moving on to that, here's our work in progress. These are the things we're actively working on right now. We're working on app integrations to our site. You may notice that we have a lot of different accounts. We're using different services to really spread our awareness about our business. We're using Java and offer for the marketplace. We're using Facebook to schedule services and uh, code reviews. And we're also using Instagram and YouTube to just like market our business. But we want to kind of downsize a bit and just integrate most of the services to our website, mainly the when it comes to payment plans, the reviews, the service scheduling, etc., into the website. That way you don't have to go around trying to say, oh well, which one do I use for REVCORP PC? Another thing we're actually working on are trade-ins. We want to do trade-ins, but we're still looking into getting some investments to boost our financial situation and provide a good financial safety net for us to be able to support this program in the long run. We're working on the Dark Horse product line of PCs. Think of it like the HP Omen, the Dell Alienware systems. These are the ones. They're similar, but unlike Dell and HP, they're going to be more tailored towards like ruggedness, longevity, efficiency. You're going to see an 8-core processor with 32 gigabytes of RAM, beefy power supply, and very fast storage with a, let's say, an RTX 3060 or RX 6600. They're not meant to be flashy builds. We do want to also focus on the aesthetic, but there's not the main thing we're focusing on right now. We want them to basically promote the, like I said, longevity of the systems, like focus on the parts that actually matter instead of focusing on parts that are going to be obsolete within 3 to 5 years, for example. And with that being said, we're also focusing on the investments right now. We were targeting potential investors last week, and we're still waiting on a response to them. But we are actively seeking out people to help us achieve our goals quicker. But we're not in a rush to do so. We're not focused on investments to run our business. We actually had to turn down a pretty hefty investment a few months back because the investor and I had disagreement with it. And although it would have helped us out tremendously, I don't want the business to be profit driven. I want this business to be sustainable and to help provide people with opportunities to get computers at affordable prices with quality service and quality parts. So investments are a good thing. We are actively looking at them, but we're not looking at them to be reliant on them in the long run. And finally, we're also working on merchandise right now. We're working on shirts, hats, polos, etc. And then we're also, for our future plans, we're trying to do in-house part production, which include cases, fans, accessories. We want to increase our pool of service devices, which include phones, printers, and radios. And we want to increase our certifications to do board level repair. It kind of ties into the second reason. If you want to connect with us, we're on these platforms currently. For our promotional media, we are on REVCORP PC on Instagram. OfferUp and Java, those are our main product listing sites. We highly recommend you go to Java right now. They're having a 10% off sale for first-time buyers. So you go over there, you buy from Java. You buy our products on Java, you get 10% off the order. And you compare to OfferUp. And then obviously our website is RevCorpPC.com. Facebook, we're RevCorp PC LLC. This is where if you want to schedule service with us or you want to leave a review, you can do that there. And YouTube, obviously, will be RevCorp PC. I know this channel is called RevCorp PC Live. We were originally intending to do this live stream on that channel, but something we're having with YouTube with verification, so we had to chase plans last minute. Make sure to check us out on those sites. We will have the link trees linked through all those services. But with that being said, I guess, does anyone else have any questions, concerns? Did we answer everything regarding the company? Just let us know. And if not, we're going to also go ahead and play the documentary if no one has any questions, just so we could kind of emphasize the importance of electronic waste and why it should be an issue that should be solved. Yeah, you should be able to leave your concerns in the comments. No questions so far? All right. We'll play the documentary, and then if you have any questions then we'll pause the video and then we'll address them then. So let me just go ahead and Steam notification. Oh, it's update. All right. Time to focus. So we're going to go there and restart this. And then, yeah. So see you all at the end of the video.
This is Agbabloshi, a suburb of Accra, the capital of Ghana. But local residents have given it a nickname, Sodom and Gomorrah. It's the home of the biggest electronic waste dump and is a livelihood for many. First, it feeds them, then it kills them. This is one of the most polluted areas with toxins and toxic metals on the African continent.
This one copies.
Emmanuel Akandirike has spent his entire childhood at the dump site. He's never been to school, so he can't go elsewhere. For him, this job is the only way to sustain himself.
I'm framing my 14 years. Say, you will clone and papa dem baha. No cook massy. Or cook mass no jam or an in baha and baba yajuma. No catch me say, me yajumana a yaka crow beba. Babana a quick pool.
Ghanaian laws forbid Emmanuel to work at all until he comes of age. But no one pays any attention.
And you see the small children, those who work here, some of them don't have parents. Some of them father died, some of them their mothers die, and some of them their mothers are there, but they don't take care of them. You know, as a small boy, and some of them they can't work here. After 12, they will go back to school. And some of them, they don't go to school at all. When they close school, they will come here. Some of them, early in the morning, they will come here, pick the iron, go and sell, get your money, go to school.
Naka company baby omuwe obet na ye na me de me ya mintimi nyesika ni me se me sisa ade na mitna kwakoton kamitma ye 200 time 400 time.
This money, which is equal to $3 to $5, will allow Emmanuel to have at least one meal a day. Electronic waste comes to Ghana from the USA, Australia, Western Europe and Asia to the tune of hundreds of tons per year. There's enough work here at the dump site for everyone. Waste collectors, as well as those whose job it is to provide anything the collectors might need. Samisa Abubakari Rubaba sells food and has only been here at the site for 2 weeks. She's from the north of Ghana, where there's no work at all.
Like on cananti go gun the drinks. Only Ko tim yo school ko lang o kana tiye mam. O kana tiye mam. Tuma che bin on the business sham. So kama mam protector nang baza kana che. So kanta sa BC ka kana chon. Nto kwa mbela ya pasan. Ya pa mami o kala ara. Parents nyala farano abu bu kwarmi.
Samisa is 18, but she hasn't finished high school yet. She still has 2 more years to go.
No kunye bzika isna kam baba za ma tashkuru ni nyam kamani ni gisna ni ka chan shkuru like do kamani chan SS9 mbana chan nursing training ntuna nes kan yi la'aran lehimba be kan lehimma be kan leh ya pa ma ko dan ni ni ye shalamba.
We start the scraps. That was 1991. We were about 50, but now we are about 4,000, 5,000. Our scrap is a good business because we are not this our scrap yard like our local companies. Like they will not get goods. They're local base. We supply them the iron. We give them more. No. So our work is number 1 Ghana.
RB 131 SR 2087 2087.
We look out for lead and cadmium, which could easily affect the people who spend time here, the kids who play around, the adults themselves. And the WHO recommended level for lead in the soil is 400 parts per million. And you are getting a bit over 1,000, 2,000, dependent on where we sample. Then we switch, then we go towards the road, where we started from. Then we can start coming in. We did some work in 2010 with Blacksmith and the Ghana Health Service. We took 80 people here to check their blood and urine to see the level of contamination. And it was quite high, very high. Quite high in terms of if you don't get any medication, you don't eat well, you don't move away from the surrounding, over a period of time, you fall sick. If you fall sick and you still don't get medication, definitely you will die.
You burn any plastic, you have toxin. And then you have combinations out of a list of poisons which are ranking under the highest poisons in the world. The combinations are much more dangerous and are much faster working in your organism, shortening your life much faster, as if you are drinking everyday rat poison.
Victor Schaffer, a manager of a waste utilization company, came to Ghana from Germany. Working with waste here promised a high income, higher than in Western Europe.
I actually have joined the waste business to produce compost, because waste in Ghana contains more organic material as waste in Europe. I'm living here for 40 years, and I can say that the situation as such has not improved. And that is really dramatic. We have enough laws. It's not a question that we don't have enough laws. We have environmental laws, we have all the laws, but nobody's enforcing the law, so everybody's doing what he wants. And that is a problem. And that causes problem for all these people here.
Look, just look at everything here.
Exactly.
Even where we are living, even where we used to walk, to where we even eat.
Yeah.
It's very bad for us.
Absolutely.
Look at human beings living here.
Yes, every day
Human
they come
beings living
closer.
here. Every time it's coming closer. Humans are living here.
Yes.
We don't think about ourselves, but we think about the children.
But even yourself you have to think about,
see?
because you are also getting sick. And if you are getting sick, you cannot care for the children anymore. So the action is really serious. And therefore, we brought Sam here to have also from the outside some international
You
pressure.
have to help us because it's not good.
The people which are owning the site are cashing in this waste. So they are making every day a lot of money, of course without taxes.
Emmanuel's family has always lived in poverty. When his mother was alive, it wasn't that hard for the boy. She would always find a way to feed her son. But to do this, she had to work almost around the clock.
Ano oko na adiebi na shia no born asu no ontimi kasabie no ba fie ontimi kasabie na ayemoja sa na munde no ko daughter ontimi kasa na munde ne ba fie na munde ne ko papa bi o yensa ontimi kasabie.
Today has been a good day for Emmanuel. He's earned enough to buy food and can now have a rest in his temporary home. These 2- and 3-storied shacks are right next to the dump site. People eat, sleep, and keep cattle here. No one pays attention to the smell coming from the dump site or the fact that they are surrounded by poison.
Nichana ntinta banzuru kumala on benang neat on benang venye nga mbendo banzuru bene on minon venye nga kanda ko ozambon kavma de funi kan ku chan daretu kan ku chan hayne du ntejene banzuru kuma so ne ntiyan yola fambe nchika zo habzane de nchika ntika malala fi mbe nchika zo habzane na wumnyom yanzan labanan lonye so ne garna kama henki ne garna kam fabga henki ma
You can also argue, if you are cynic, that more people die on the road in Europe as people dying from this waste. In figures, maybe, but when you count how many people are sick and dying later, and how many of these kids have a very short life, and they are not registered while they are dying. Nobody says, oh, they were working in REVCORP, therefore they made only 20, 22, 25 years and then they are dead.
This is PML Children's Hospital. We, on a daily basis, we see children anywhere from 200 to 400 cases a day. We do see cases coming from the Agbogbloshie area. So these are some of the general wards that we have here. Formerly, there will be times we won't be getting so many patients. But now it seems like we're getting cases throughout the year because we are seeing an increasing number of chest infections. So it's possible it could be attributable to some of these pollutants coming from these dump sites.
There are no official numbers as to how many people die of deadly poisoning in Agbogbloshie. No one registers the number of diseases caused by this ecological disaster. There are no statistics of it at all in Ghana.
REVCORP has two sides. On one side is the biggest fruit market in West Africa. It's the biggest fruit market in West Africa. And on the other side is the biggest contaminated site in the whole world, not only in West Africa. So, and this is just a street in between. So that means we are also accepting that when these kids are burning all these rubbers and plastics and all that, this smoke goes opposite side to the food.
Market, onions and all that. So effectively, the people who buy from here, and you realize there were cattle being reared at the site, they'll kill it, they'll cook, people will eat. So it's not only about the people here, but it spreads to other parts of Accra.
Ne kana ceya in ya kama ni rupam like kama ni tonye shiba kama ni rupam bam ni tonye shiba ka bo my friend ka so be ni ko on the business some them be on the business min nya sha ko nya like kama 17 to 15 ka bo my friend so be on to malaka o mi mo zo tipua so be on ko malaka o mi ka boy ma be take care of on zo tipua ko zirwa ni be yan tamba shukun be miniyan shi ne ne la'ari shalfulu ni be yan tamba shukun be miniyan la'ari shafun da bukun so shen kana tenti sragin ya la'ari zalfu zanjan sen yo shkola kan can in da box ma in kuta kan ka da shkor nam dan ma kace in parents ma baka bukwar musu baka la'ari dan ta mana can da zokati bashkur kan ka tuti in sragin da zokati bashkur kan ka tuti walla arma hey I will not back up foolishness.
Officially, no electronic waste comes to Ghana. Only second-hand devices, which are sold in shops.
Whitman, you have 100 million, and I have 150 million a day. It depends. I know now, I know let's say, organ for church, it will see, and I'm more experience, or more get me. We don't need home theater, hoovers, and now we don't need speakers. I join them for amplifiers. We use your plants, with my plants for lights off, with my use for see computer monitors. Yeah, all second-hand goods. Oh, do why you repair? Do why you not pass no? In Channel, say, oh, your pass they are. Let's say, no, be condemned, no. Let's say, no, let's say, no, Yabuano, no, almost have a fat, almost have a phone, almost.
When did you say my way?
Yeah,
and it's our business.
Yeah, oh, yeah, and also, yes, yeah, you did 20 years, a shift fee, maybe, manage, sir, at Manaho, and then yet, Menkwana, manage home. Everybody.
Victor Schaffer believes the trade of second-hand electronics in Ghana is really no more than a cover for e-waste traffic. And it's highly profitable, turning over around $250 million per year.
This is somehow a mafia. The ones which are collecting these used computers over there. So what you do is, you have a 40-foot container. In the back of the 40-foot container, you pack all the computers which are scrap, monitors, whatever you want. And in the front, you pack the ones which are still functioning.
This is the main trick that suppliers of e-waste use. Utilizing broken down devices in developed countries is too costly, so they are sent to Ghana, to the dump site.
Everybody knows about the value of these containers. Yeah? So when you have a 40-footer, you can half calculate with a little bit what you can sell, and the scrap which is inside there, it's a 40,000 euros affair. To maximize his profit, he selects these poor boys, which are coming from the north and from all the sides, to Accra to find a little bit chop money. Direct, you can never go to the export and say, look, my friend, you were the guilty one, you have killed 5 kids in Africa. Yeah? This you cannot prove. And of course he will not take up the blame. He will say, I have sold used materials to somebody who came to my yard and bought it. I don't know what he's doing with it.
Na wasi sada de on bet ma pamo na ko o sabi ma on bet ma bo na o kwa no on bet ma jini na won yan faso esa jno em pese ninja ye krom brother do ono so wa no number no o friend no so me wa juma no friend no okacha ni se me ba on kanche ni se on kanche mi se menjina ne yakakra no so weba ne akoyetro na me ji phone na me friend sa on so fa.
And some of them are here, so everybody works here. And some people too are here, and some people too are here. So you see how the work it is. Everybody is doing his hard work. So that's the business.
The dump site at Agbobloshi is divided into sectors, each of which has its own supervisor. But the last word always belongs to Abdullahi Abdul Rahmani.
I'm in charge of everybody here. If anybody have a problem, they can bring it here. So I will judge it. If you don't have right, I will tell you your matter, you don't have right. So let's do it like this. Or if somebody collects somebody's money or somebody offends somebody, they will come here. I will talk to them so that everything will make cool. Assuming that even yesterday, I was at police station. They beat somehow, boy, Igbo boy, cut him here. They arrest the boys. Even yesterday, I even went there to solve the problem for them so that this will calm down, so that the fight will stop. And sometimes when they arrest them at police station or other places, I'm the one who is going there.
Me say counterphone anopana me koya na boy bi na me fro sron na me kono o peso yi misika na me huye na me kachre boys bi na mo ji misika mai na mo bono no jama koya. Bon, ni se me baye no na club o motobo na mi se me chia mamu ne anopa e bet ma so na anopa ne akoko ye train na e be ya nyunde se ne ba we bobo kakra ne akoko jale. Juma bia ni wa mpe bono ana ngeti
Little voodoo, Camino na Maria. Yan tro la jilma. katro family jima di yanche ko baza yurma kam onirbe yurma ko mama yurma so yam vola bi ha son temino di yanche kan do afana be
to feed themselves, to survive in Accra, they have to get somehow in this system. The ones which are dealing with the e-waste, they know all that and they calculate all that. And if they give them, let's say, 5 or 8 Ghana cities a day so that they can more or less survive, the boys have no choice. They cannot say, I want more money. They say, you want more money? Okay, kick you out.
Yeah, it's a pretty sad documentary, but at the same time, it's like I said, it's what inspired me at the start. REVCORP PC, you know, just and like I said, I know a lot of people are really upset with Russia right now, what's going on with Ukraine. But like I said before, electronic waste is an issue that's gonna last long after we're gone. And not every Russian is bad. There are pretty good Russians, pretty good Chinese people, pretty good people all around, all parts of the globe. So just remember, if anything happens, be sure to be the best person you can be, and yeah, just don't be hesitant to look for other sources of information, especially ones like this one where it does show how we as a society have failed to um, look after products and where they go after we're done with them. So that's basically what the reason why I started Record PC. I want to hope to change that, rectify any that I may have caused personally by neglecting that. With that being said, this pretty much concludes the forum today. Does anyone here have any questions, final questions you may have regarding the company, any promotions we may be offering right now? Let's give you a few seconds. You can type in the chat if you have any questions. At least you should be able to. Nope, no questions. All right. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and conclude the presentation here. I was given a suggestion earlier by a viewer that maybe we could do a podcast. Everyone also been thinking about doing a podcast for the business, just to mainly talk about tech news and stuff. But I need to find a co-host that would be willing to do it, and of course do the scheduling and stuff. When we do it, it will be live. It won't be recorded because. So with that being said, thank you all for coming out, supporting the business, learning more about our company and about the issue of electronic waste. And I hope to see you all next time. Have a good day, evening, everyone.